Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Dev. I'm a first year medical student at Monash University and a former Melbourne High student. On my channel, I'm mainly going to try and show you guys some tips and tricks to make maths and English easier, especially for special selective exam prep. I'm trying to show you guys stuff that schools don't really teach you, and so I want to make topics much easier, especially time-wise, because a lot of selective exams are quite time pressured. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to find square roots really easily. This is something I stumbled upon as a student, and I realized that it made my life much easier, and I want to share it with you guys so that you guys can find the square roots of especially large numbers quite easily. For example, let's take the number 289. Most people have no clue what the square root of 289 is. Okay? Most people, know, are 1 to 12. 1 square being 1, 2 square being 4, all the way into a 12 square being 144. So 289, they'd be like, I have no idea. But with what I'm going to show you, you can easily find the number. First thing I'd consider is the ending. It ends with the number 9, which tells me that the main number, the square root, has to end in 3 or 7. Why is that? 3 squared is 9, and 7 squared is 49, which both end in 9. Okay. Next, I consider the boundaries. This number has to be between 100, which is 10 squared, and 400, which is 20 squared, which tells me that this number is either 13 or 17. Next, I consider what's the number closer to? Is 289 closer to 100 or 400? It's closer to 400, I'm going to pick 17. And that's it. 17 squared is 289. Similarly, let's try larger numbers. Let's say we have 1681. Again, I'd look at the ending. It ends in 1, meaning I'd have to consider 1 squared and 1. 9 squared is 81. Which means this number ends in 1 or 9. Next, I consider the two boundaries. 40 squared, 1600, and 50 squared, 2500. The number has to be 41 or 49. 1681 is much closer to 1600. I'd immediately say 41, and that's it. Let's try a few more examples. Let's say we have 1369. Ending 9, meaning it has to be 3 or 7. Next, let's consider the two limits. I know it's going to be between 30 squared, 900, and 40 squared, 1600. 30 squared, 40 squared, between 30 and 40. Is the number 33 or 37? This number is much closer to 1600 than 900. So the answer is 37. Let's try this one. 2704. An ending of 4, meaning it has to end in two possibilities. 2 squared is 4, or 8 squared is 64. The number has to end in 2 or 8. Now I consider the two limits. 50 squared, 2500. 60 squared, 3600. The number's between 50 and 60. So that must mean I have to look at the closest one. Is it closer to 2500 or 3600? It's got to be closer to 2500. So I'd pick 52. Let's try a larger number. 8836. An ending of 6, meaning it has to be ending with 4 or 6, as 4 squared is 16 and 6 squared is 36. Now I consider the two limits. It's between 90 squared, which is 8100, and 100 squared, which is 10,000. So the number is either 94 or 96. Now I consider what's it closer to, 8100 or 10,000. It's much closer to 8100, so the answer is 94. Let's try a massive one, a 5-digit number. The same logic applies. An ending of 9, meaning it has to be 3 or 7. Now I'd consider the two limits. This is where I can use my knowledge. I know 110 squared is 11 squared, 121, and then 2 zeros. And 120 squared, 144, and then 2 zeros. Now I've just got to consider, what's this closer to? 12,100 or 14,400? I think it's either 113 or 117. This is much closer to this. The answer is 117. Okay, I hope that helps, guys. It definitely helped me a lot as a student, and I hope it's going to help a lot of you. Feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys had any recommendations, or if you had any questions, feel free to email me or follow me and ask me on social media. Thanks so much.